What's up, Wyoming? It's Sadie again with WYO Radio and WYO for News. And today we are diving into a topic that affects every homeowner, renter, and business in the community. So I have Dave Divis, the Sweetwater County Assessor, with me. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for taking the time out of your day and talking with us. So I just kind of want to start with some basics this morning. What factors most influence whether someone's property taxes go up or down?
For us, everything's based on replacement cost new, and those numbers are actually tested with sales. So we want to make sure that we're valuing property relatively close to what homes are selling for, not at the market rate, but just below. We want to be chasing the market just a little bit, but we have all of this cost calculation, and then that cost calculation is then confirmed with sales. So we do that every year. We do that for every neighborhood in Sweetwater County. It's a big job just geographically because we have so many parcels, but it is something that we do every year, and we really do dig into this statistically to make sure that we're being fair to every taxpayer. But if a taxpayer has any questions at all when they get their notice of assessment that's going to come out in the spring, then please give us a call. We can go through it and explain it in as much detail as you want. It's a phone call or even a visit to the office, either or. We're happy to sit down and talk to taxpayers about this.
Okay. And then with that, what are some of the most common questions or concerns that you hear from people?
A lot of times it's, why did my value go up?
Yeah.
That seems to be, a factor. And a lot of times for us, there are characteristics in the house that we're not aware of. Somebody will buy a house, own it for 4 or 5 years and finish the basement. They never got a building permit, so there was no documentation on that improvement change. So when the house sells, we actually send out a questionnaire, and then the new owner provides that information. Well, we have information we didn't have before, so that does end up changing it.
Oh, gotcha.
And a lot of times it's not too high now. It was probably too low before.
Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So do you guys have any tools or resources that your office offers to help residents learn more about their property values or?
I would just volunteer our office for anybody to come in and ask questions.
Okay.
Because property taxes now, especially with all the exemptions that are out there, property tax is very confusing to explain until you can sit down with somebody and show them the numbers, show them the property. It's much easier when you can point to numbers on the screen. Our assessment schedule that we send out in the spring is changing because of all the exemptions. So I'm not even sure the format of how that's going to look this year. All the information is going to be there, but it's just a matter of how clear it is. We do the best we can, but we're 2 or 3 years in on all these exemptions. So it's getting more convoluted as we move through this process. But again, any questions anybody has, the number to the office is 307-872-3700.
Okay.
And if you have anything specific, please give us a call.
That's great. That's good. And then, do you have any concerns or things that are coming up with the property taxes?
What I really want people to understand is last year, the 25% exemption that people received was applied across the board to every residential structure.
Okay.
So that is no longer the case. The legislature determined that for tax year 2026, that it has to be an owner-occupied property, so that requires an application.
Oh.
So taxpayers, it's on them at this point to go out and apply for that exemption. The best place to go is to the Sweetwater County website.
Okay.
At the same place where the map server is. A lot of people go out and utilize that, but go to the department, which has the assessor's office, and then there's a property tax relief tab on the left-hand side, and then that owner-occupied application is there. It's super easy to fill out, but if you have any concerns, give us a call. I helped somebody yesterday kind of walk through it. She was having the address was a little wonky, and she was having some issues getting her property pulled up. But if you have any questions, just give us a call. We'll walk you through it while you're on the website. We can actually do that there. But that's the biggest thing. Now, the long-term homeowners exemption that was in place for tax year 2025 and is still in place this year, we did send out renewal applications to the people that got it last year. We sent out 2,400 or something. So those people got those renewal applications and they did return those. But if you got the exemption last year and you don't remember if you've received it this year, then please give us a call. It's very easy for us to pull your account up. We'll check and see if we've got that note on your account, and we'll know whether you received it or not.
Okay, great. Anything else?
The one other thing that I want to make sure people are aware, veterans exemptions. If you're a veteran and you've qualified for the exemption before, that the deadline is still the same. That's something that we'll put out in a press release as it gets closer to the deadline.
Yeah.
The property tax refund program The legislature will be deciding this year whether they're going to fund that or not. It's been something that's been very valuable in the past to people in Sweetwater County. I'm hoping the legislature funds it, but we'll know more about that program as time moves on. But that's a program that is after the fact. The exemptions are all before the bill comes,
Okay.
and the refund is after the bill has been paid.
Okay.
So, but it's another program out there for people who need a little help, and I hope everybody that needs it does take advantage of it.
Great. Well, thank you, Dave, so much for coming in and talking with us.
You're very
and like you
welcome.
said, you guys, if you have any questions or concerns or confusion, give them a call.
Absolutely. 872-3700.
Perfect. Thanks
Okay.
again.
Thank you.